A boy named Victor is shown as the film starts, who wakes up, but a strange thing occurs here, that he is not getting ability to remember anything after waking up. He is also unable to remember who made his room messy. Why did he do? There are some drawn sketches on the board before him. It is seeming as it is the model of a city, but nothing is in his memory even about it. Then his room ceiling begins to turn into black color. The whole model of his room starts to change. He is confused, and he comes out of this place. But he observes, coming outside, all things have been changed. Nothing is like in its real form as it should be. The buildings of that place are flying in the air as gravitational force has ended. Then some of the people begin to pass beside him. They were also looking mysterious. Some have no head, others have no arm, while some people's body were drilled. But they were walking properly. Victor is not understanding anything. Before concluding something, a black monstrous creature appears before him. It is nearly to kill Victor. Then 3 persons appear and rescue him. There are 2 men and a girl. They save Victor, but that black monstrous creature is still after them. They are continuously running, and they reach a place while running, where the stairway ends. There is no way to walk further. Then Victor is afraid, thinking how he will go ahead. Then those 3 persons suggest him to jump from here. There will be no any harm. But Victor is frightening and he does not act upon it. One of them pushes Victor, so he falls into the market. He reaches there while sliding, and those 3 people also come after him. Now the strange thing is that black monstrous creature had also reached here after them. Victor is not understanding why it is after them. That black monstrous creature was going to kill them. Then one of those 3 persons sacrifices his life. Now a boy and a girl are survived among them. They are still with Victor. Now Victor is walking along with that girl. Then he asks that girl, "Who are you? What am I doing in this world? Which place is this about which I never heard or saw till now?" That girl, whose name is Fly, tells Victor, "This is the world when the people enter when they are in coma. You are eventually in coma state. This is the world where all people's memories exist." Victor asks her, "Why is this world so mysterious?" Fly tells him, "It is not compulsory that people's memory may be remembered. Some people begin to forget in the state of coma. They hallucinate. This world is the blend of those unconscious thoughts. So it looks like this." Then Fly also shows him her house, which is in the air. That was an awkward building. Then they reach Fly's house while traveling in an old bus, where Victor asks from her about that black monstrous creature. Then Fly tells him the most astonishing fact, that a person appears in the black monstrous creature who dies in the state of coma. Victor feels astonishment, hearing this fact. Fly says to him, "Enough. Come, I show you your room." Now they move to the new room of Victor. She also tells him that your seen dreams in the state of coma will be turned into the reality here. Victor dreams that he has faced the car accident. He notices that there is the same car in his room as he wakes up, and he is also lying wounded in that car. Then Fly's that partner comes there, who has rescued the life of Victor. He says, witnessing Victor, "Wow, your house is very attractive, which is situated here. I am realizing seeing you that you may possess multi-powers. Come, I reveal you how these may be utilized practically. For this purpose, every person has to appear in some trials." Then a robotic machine appears there which falls down Victor, torturing it. It begins to tease him. In spite of it, Victor is unable to remember his abilities. That man asks Victor, "When you were unconscious before the state of coma, what job were you used to do?" Victor tells him, "I was an architect." Next day, there are many people along with Victor, and they are going for a mission. Victor has to grab the weapons from some of the people here, so they reach that place. But those people start to attack them. Possessing these weapons, they start to fire at them. Victor and his companions get access to those weapons in some way. Then 3 black monstrous creatures appear before it, which have been named Reaper in this movie. These Reapers had appeared to stop them. A man is leaving, taking the explosive from there. That black monstrous appears after him. Before it arrives to him, that man falls down who was leaving, taking the explosives. Then Victor touches his fingers on his head. He attempts to remember something. As being architect, he gains the ability that he may make any structure. So he creates a structure there, using his mind, and that man is protected from falling. So they immediately return to their home. Reapers are not able to capture them. All compliments Victor, reaching at home saying, "You did a good job." Then an agent comes there and says to Victor, "I liked your work. Do you know, the structure of this city where we are living is connected with the memories of those places. But we never encountered a man who can make a new structure using his mental abilities. Why may you not make a new city for us, in which you will take care of everything as an architect? Be careful, that city should be like this, where that black monstrous creature may not come there." Victor assures, "Why not? I will attempt utmost." They begin to move to that place as the new day arrives, where they had to build a new city. But Reapers appear there before they start their work there. Those Reapers begin to attack them. All are surprised too much. How did Reapers track that we were coming towards this place? We came here carefully. Then Fly's companion appears there. He takes a tracking device from Victor's body. He says that Reapers reaches here while tracing this device. All ask him, "Did you fix this device in Victor's body?" He tells, "No. Why will I fix?" He raises his hands and says, pointing a man, "He will be responsible." Then that man fires his gun on him. He has not survived and dies there. There is also the rule of this world that a man will be turned into a Reaper who meets his end in this world. Then all leave from there thinking that he will prove dangerous for us if he is turned into Reaper soon. Then the rest of the people begin to move from there. The people are wanting to go to their vehicles, so they drive to their homes from there. But Reapers are beside them. So Victor starts to attempt that he may make a structure using his mind, but he is unable to do it as being wounded and exhausted, so he loses his consciousness there. When he wakes up, then he is in the hospital of the real world. He begins to have the flashbacks of that girl Fly, who was the close friend in the real world, but there is nothing in their memory in the world of Coma, because there's some of the memories had lost in the state of the coma. Then Victor remembers that he had come in the hospital along with Fly, but Fly was not allowed to enter. Victor had entered the hospital alone. Here he meets a man. He was the same man, who was their leader in the world of Coma, and he was the first to arrive in the Coma world. He tells Victor that I have conducted some experiments, and I know there is surely something in our mind that can create something new. We can live in our wanted world if we wish. We can face it. Believe me, we can lead more happy life there. He also says something more to Victor. I need you. You will have to partake in my project. Do you know when we can create our new world? When we will be in coma, and I will have to set you in the state of coma. Believe me, we are going to get much benefit of it. Victor says, not at all. He points them a gun in order to threaten them. He runs outside from there. His friend Fly is waiting for him outside. Fly starts to drive the car speedily as Victor quickly gets seated in the car, but their car is crashed with a truck, moving a little ahead, and they both are knocked out. It was the same sight which used to be dreamt by Victor. That evil man captures them, appearing there, as they are wounded badly after being knocked out, and he makes them the part of his project. He makes them in a prolonged unconscious, but that old man says to Victor before it that, look, it was necessary for me to perform it. There is no doubt that you are the best architect in this world, but you can never make a structure immediately with your thoughts, which you will be able to make in the coma world. It was the same. It was observed how Victor used to make any structure quickly only by the strength of his mind. Then he also shows that man who is the partner of Fly in Coma world. He is crippled in the real world, but he was walking properly in the Coma world. Now that man also says to Victor, you will have to go to the world of Coma. Fly and his companions need you. As the project is accomplished, you may return to this real work. He injects something to Victor with it. Victor wakes up on his bed. It is the same sight seen in the beginning of the movie. Now Victor had returned to the same place from where he came. He builds a very beautiful city, using his mind abilities, where no Reaper could enter. Then that man tells them that, you all are in the state of unconsciousness in the real world. You are so diseased that you may be died at any time. So your systems have been fixed as such that you all will be killed after a few seconds of that world. And the seconds of that world are equal to the minutes of this world. You may have only 10 to 15 minutes for survival. Afterwards, you will be ended forever here. Do you know what will happen after the death? That man enters that structure with it. Because no Reaper could reach there, they all were going to transform into the Reapers here after death. It is proved here that old man had deceived them. He himself wanted to rule that place where no one may disturb him here. There are some people who begin to plan how they may kill this man. Meanwhile, their one of the friend is vanished after converting into dust. Now Victor says to all of them, I am remembering something little by little. Where is that hospital in this world where we are now? Let's go there. Now they all begin to move to that hospital. It was the best thing that hospital was in their memory. This hospital is also in the coma world. They enter the hospital, but they are not recalling that room where they are lying unconscious. Now Victor tries to remember, then he recalls a little structure of his room. Before it, his one more partner is vanished after being a dust. Now only Victor and Fly had left. They begin to step towards that room. Then that evil man and that agent appear there who begin to stop them, making their own structure. Then a Reaper appears there who covers that man. That Reaper is not anyone else but the same partner of Fly, who had rescued Victor along with Fly and another man in the beginning. Here that soldier squad was died. Victor and Fly start to step towards stretcher. Moving there, they reach that room of Victor. Then they wake up in their real world. It is seen in the real world that Fly and Victor are closely befriended. Victor again starts the job as an architect, but he was not earning his living soundly. Then he receives the offer from that evil man. It means that he was alive in this world in spite of dying in the coma world. He had returned back here. Obviously, this project was made by him, so he had the knowledge of all the techniques. He says to Victor, you may make the structure again in the coma world, returning back there. It depends on you. Victor clenches his fist, and he thinks either he should go or not. The movie completes on this scene. Thanks for watching and your time.
Thanks for watching. Click on the next video appearing on the screen for more content. And don't forget to like and subscribe.